Everyone, this is the strongest board I've ever built in SAP, and probably the strongest summon team ever built in SAP. You can see right here. We're going to be using a Nessie Confietto roll strategy. Um, I'm taking this budgie over here because it counters Barghest for one, and it can just basically summon any of the real units in our pack. You just basically get another 1/2 body for the same price. But yeah, we're just basically playing the sell pets here because we want to have elk upside. Um, the early game in this pack is like centered around summons and hitting elk, bass, and sea bat. What is it called? It's like the sea urchin stuff. It's pretty decent. So here we tear up into early flying fish. I'm going to be taking it for sure. Take the summon toy with it, with the Sphinx. Sphinx also has a really good body, so not skipping that uh, ever, basically. So yeah, we have flying fish with 2 summons here. Pretty good. Yeah, you can see that's going to be a lot of stats. Win pretty easily. Um, so here I'm just rolling down for triples mostly and like more summons. Going to be half combining to get the extra attack. And then just ending on Radish because Radish is a tier 3 perk. Yeah, we face an opposing summon team. Looks pretty strong, but we do get the draw. Our summons are about equivalent to theirs. Yeah, and as you can see, we're basically just taking every tier up we see, um, and we're just going to be buying like rices and avocados because we want to have the maximum chance of hitting Nessie on turn 7. This guy goes for a pretty interesting team actually. Goes for like Stoat 3 cell into Dolphin, and then I guess he took 2 tier ups and found 2 deers. Um, it is a 3 squad, but like it gets surprisingly close. Yeah, as you can see, just ripping avocado, taking every tier up we see, buying another avocado. We somehow even win against this team with their massive brain grant. Also hitting Spider out of Stork into Golden Retriever probably helps a lot with that. And we hit our early Nessie, so things are going really, really good for us until we hit. Oh wait, we hit. Is this the right build? Yeah, it is. We hit Flounder here, um, which lets us take another tier up and get a half level on the Nessie, and we hit Hamster. So this is the most common line played when you're trying to do this Nessie con Pietro roll stuff. Basically, you're just going to be forcing Nessie level 3, and then Hamster level 2 or level 3. We do end up losing there by tier 4 and turn 7. Most teams have gotten good enough to beat like just random summon stuff. So probably going to lose this next turn as well. Taking Cyclops so that when we hit either of these levels, we're going to get a ton of XP. We're just spamming a lot of XP pets here. Snipe board spam, pretty good into summons. And yeah, there we go. Nessie 2.6 immediately. Pretty good stuff. And we still have 10 gold remaining, which is crazy. Stoat's also really important in the pack. Lets you play, lets you hit Hamster and Nessie and most of the XP pets. Pretty good stuff. And then we tier up into Yeti as well. So even more rolls. So usually you're not high rolling this hard. Getting Nessie 3 on turn 9. This is like a pretty exceptional game. We do almost end up losing there though, which is kind of surprising. We have to sell a Nessie because we have so many. Pretty funny. Here I do a bit of a misplay. I see the pill and I think, oh, well, let me pill the blobfish. When I realize I could have just pilled the Nessie and then just won this turn, like almost always. Because the thing is when you pill the Nessie, the second Nessie that spawns, oh wait, actually I can't pill the Nessie at all. because I don't have Mushroom or Pterodon. Yeah, um, because you want to be able to repeat this. You don't want only one Nessie. But yeah, we take the Venus Flytrap, get another hamster on board, and we're just going to be rolling down. Uh, Surprised I didn't freeze the avocado. Oh, I wanted the chocolate. That makes sense too. I was wondering if the avocado is better so that you have better chances of hitting, what's it called? Pterodon and Mushroom. Because you need those for the build to work. We do almost, we do lose to Tom Golem over there. Pretty surprising. Even with Nessie 3, it's not enough to beat the great Tom Golem. We're gonna do some nice like trigger resetting here, and we're gonna have like infinite gold this turn, and then we're gonna freeze a mushroom for next turn. So we don't even need Pterodon at this point. It's pretty nice. Gonna freeze it. Think about it. Freeze roll for no reason. Actually, no, we're gonna freeze roll to get the extra stat here, but no point in freeze rolling the Pterodon. We're gonna hamster for next turn because we can't actually like we can't buy that much this turn besides the mushroom. Um, yeah. So 21 rolls this turn. If this didn't have a stat cap, it'd be crazy. If we go against a big duck team, kind of weird, but get through. You can see we have like infinite gold per turn plus like infinite rolls. So yeah, pretty simple stuff here. We're just gonna be rolling 14 times, which is the amount you need to hit a Nessie, and buying mushroom to set up for next turn. Looking for another pill, looking for Conpieto. Melon is also decent. Stinky Sock is also pretty good a lot of the time because it lets you one-shot through Melon. I think it's really important to have in a lot of packs where you're getting a 50-50, or at least a 50 attack. Yeah, we hit Walrus here. I like Walrus because it lets you, in case someone has like a ton of 100/100s, it lets your 50-50 still one-shot them because of the way Peanut works. We hit Yeti 3. Now, usually it's hard to get a full board of 50-50s with this strategy because the last Nessie, you're not going to have any support units with it. So you can't really pill it that well. But if you have a 50-50 Yeti, like obviously we have the rule support. So Hamster's probably going this turn if we can find Mushroom Pill. But what you're going to notice is we had 22 rolls and missed Mushroom. And yeah, we just missed Mushroom completely. So kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. Also, Peanut lets you break through opposing melons. So I think it's just really good to always have Peanut and Walrus. And then this turn, I thought we were going to roll 25 times for Mushroom and miss again. Actually, no, we rolled 29 times and miss Mushroom. So looks like our run has kind of run out, but a little unfortunate. Also, look how good that Peanut was. Do get the Conpieto at least. Yeah, we're gonna even skip Conpietos because we just really want to get more Mushroom Pill. Because at this point I'm thinking, wow, I can actually get a full team of 50-50s, which I've never gotten before, so would be pretty cool. Hit another Hydra there. Hydra's one of the best things you can hit from the Conpieto, just because you have like, what, 15 times 5, 75 in summons. Pretty good. Yeah, so we're just basically crushing these teams at this point. Find our last pill for our last Nessie, and we get a G-Shet from a water view thing, our Yeti. So this is going to give 37 attack to these Hydra summons. So probably the strongest summon board of all time. What's funny though is this guy can still get just like double sniped by a 50 attack Leopard and Tiger. You can see here he gets down to 28 health before ever summoning anything. But this guy doesn't even get to our summons, so we win pretty easily with the strongest board I've ever built.